Hello, this is Tanya. You might know me as Revelation Art. So, I wanted to just go over some quick things that I'm working on here. As you can see, this is a pretty damaged painting that was in progress. A little backstory. So, I actually started this painting back in 2004. I was in painting one at Lakeland Community College with Chris Berry, and this was going to be one of my little projects. I just never got there. Sometimes if you sit in front of something for too long, you start to lose the vision a little bit. So I think that's kind of what happened. I remember getting frustrated with the rock work, and I guess I felt like it was outside of my skill set at the time. But for whatever reason, I've been trucking this thing around with me since 2004. Um, it's it's been through a lot of moves. It's been through some animals. You can see some damage from the tape that was left on it because I was going for some borders. Um, so got quite a bit of cleanup to do. I think the first thing I'm going to do to tackle this is obviously wiping the poor thing down so that I can get to the actual layers of paint and build on top of it. We've got quite a bit to do. I also kind of don't like how this tree was going to be like coming down from this side. I think I'm going to actually pull it up to the top. There's a part of me that's like, oh, I want to do more 3D, as in sculpting and putting it on there. I do kind of like the water, but I'm thinking that there's a good possibility that I'm going to put like a rock up here, and I'll show you the pictures I was working with. And then I really do like this rock work here. I think this turned out pretty good, but the grass, obviously, we're going to have to do some work on that and clean up that tape residue. So let's get those pictures out that I'm using for reference. I'll put them right here. So this one, I actually shot this when I was, I think I was like only 12 or 13 years old, maybe a little older, probably like 14. That was Devil's Falls way back in the day. Shot that with an old Pentax from the late 60s, the film camera. This one was actually in Kirtland, Ohio, like kind of behind the old Mormon church, the famous Mormon church on Kirtland Chardon. I think that's Kirtland Chardon Road right there. Before you get to the intersection, I don't know if it still looks like that, but I shot this with an old Minolta SLR, so it was kind of neat. I like the look of this one. So this is kind of where like the rock work was coming from. I use that as like a little reference. And what I want to do, see this rock here on top? Like looking at it now, I think back then I was avoiding it, but like I think it would look so much better with that. So we'll see. I think the colors in the sky here are pretty neat. I'm gonna redo it because, obviously we've got like some areas where the tape had pulled up the paint. So I want to keep it like the same colors, maybe, or close anyway, but that's gonna get redone. So let's see how things turn out. I'm excited to see what happens. It's gonna be a little tough. Sometimes, like, when you get frustrated with something, it's easier to walk away and just put it down, and that's kind of what happened. So hopefully I'll push through that and get this done. I'm excited.